Can you not tell by looking at the map?
Like basically you're heading for the middle, like the room you started in.
It's just, I don't know how this is possible. Is there a fucking health regen anywhere at all? Ever? In this entire game?
There's one up here. Tooks. You can also finish this level without going through the 3 rings by standing just to the left of the shield regenerator, facing it and firing 2 missiles in succession. This will get you to one of the alcoves. I think like when you start.
All I can get is 2x.
Yeah, that's a 2x one. This missiles thing would be from like the beginning of the level, I think.
So what we've got to do is finish this next part without taking any damage. Basically. You want to help me at all, spit guys? They're like the worst Destiny teammates. Just like don't do fucking anything. Basically making it harder on you by being guys in your party. Fuck you. So, secret terminal is in here. Is it just like down here now? That turned that into a save thing. Where's the secret terminal?
It said it like secret door that leads to more ammo.
Does it say anything at all about a secret terminal?
That's what it says. It opens the door.
Well, I already got that, so alright, let's do it. Incoming message from Leela. The Final Four attack is falling apart all over the ship. Small groups of armed aliens have surrendered to defenseless civilians in several areas, and the end is inevitable. The fight is over, and we must soon turn to restoration. There is surprisingly good news planetside. 9 military Mjolnir Mark IV cyborgs were covertly living among the colonists, and acting together, they were able to single-handedly turn... Well, it's not really single-handedly now, is it? Turn back the latter stages of the 4 assault. Casualties in the colony... on the colony were nowhere near as high as those we experienced here on the Marathon. I am disturbed by how easily the cyborgs were secretly assimilated into our midst, and believe that this event predates the Marathon's launch from Mars 300 years ago. Although the results were unquestionably for the best, their presence on the Marathon could only have been to further wicked ends. I'm certain the real answer lies somewhere in the tumultuous backstabbing politics of Saul during the early 24th century. I've noticed that Durandal's records from this early pre-launch period are missing, but that their deletion occurred externally and before Durandal became rampant. I do not believe Durandal himself brought the cyborgs on board, and I have other evidence that a human operator was influencing Durandal up to the time that the Marathon was launched. There are obviously many things which we do not understand and may never be able to. The 4 ship vanished about 20 minutes ago, after venting nearly 1,004 bodies and other refuse. I am positive that Durandal is in control, and fear what he might do with such a powerful ship during the jealous stage of his rampancy. End message.
Boop. Boop. Yeah, the terminal is through that door. That's what I was...
What?
It's through that door that opens up.
But you didn't say anything about a terminal. And when I asked you about it, you just repeated what you had said.
That's what I was trying to say, but... Cut me off.
I didn't, though. You paused for like a long time, and then I was like, okay, let's just go then. For 17 years, the Renegade 4 scout ship, I have to like squint to see this right now, jumped between the closely packed stars of the galactic core, charting and discarding nearly 7,000 systems before finally falling into a slow orbit around the second planet of a dim star 97 light-years from the gravitational center of the Milky Way. Probes were constructed and launched with engines and instruments whose sophistication would have astounded both the four from whom the technology had been stolen and the human programmers of the AI whose mad genius had directed their fabrication. The outlines of continents were mapped, and along them the radioactive ruins of ancient cities were discovered, buried under the shifting sand and rock of a global desert. The tireless, nearly immortal cybernetic crew of the ship were the genetically engineered descendants of the dead world below, the first of their race in 1,000 years to return to their ancestral home. They came to search, through the devastation of the ancient war in which they had been enslaved, to find a weapon or some piece of knowledge with which they could fight back against their oppressors. All over the ship, dancing through the wreckage of the 4 computer core, Durandal was laughing.
Yeah.
Bam, Marathon 1 beat.
Beep, bop, boop.
Ugh. What's that secret terminal say? Read that shit.
It'd be all like... incoming message from Bungie. And then it says something to each of the people. Jason Jones, Super Opera Boy, Habite Quidam, Have Some, Whiffin Boy, Just Code It. You fight like a Bob, Greg. Swallow your tongue and wet your pants.
Inside jokes.
Yeah, that's all this is basically.
Inside development jokes.
Sleep is for the weak. Joyriding to the core. Bob Jam.
This is basically what people do in their credits all the time in games
Yeah.
now. Just like every employee gets one of those lines.
They're usually shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have networking now, quote unquote.
Mm-mm.
The power to sky. Anybody need a hint book? Greg, Care Bear Killer, Two-Later, Carnator, just vid it. I couldn't stop firing long enough to see the bodies fly. And of course, Air. This is like their rap album or some shit. You got Major Air. I rule. Hey, Jay. How about a game of Minotaur?
All right.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. All right, cool. Marathon done. We're going to play a different game for a little bit and then Marathon 2.
Or whatever.
I'm excited about Marathon 2. Marathon 2 has got a cooler story than this game, even.
That was a great game, though.
Yeah, Marathon's good.
Gonna miss that
The
music.
experience of playing it under like a time constraint is pretty stressful just because like it's so badly designed. But like doing the save states thing helped a lot, basically.
Yeah, we should remember to do that next time.
I mean, we're definitely going to do that from the beginning in Marathon 2, for sure. So cool. Thanks for sticking with us, 0 people.
We'll see you next time.
Fuck
People.
off. That should be our catchphrase. That's like
Fuck off.
That's that's what we say to our fans. Like when we're super, if we ever get like
Thanks for sticking with us.
if we even
Fuck off.
if we get any amount of anybody who ever cares about any of our stuff that we do, you know, like YouTubers always have like nice things that they say to their fans or whatever, or at least funny things.
Yeah.
But ours should just be a straight up like insult, just like, thanks for watching, assholes.
Good job, suck butts.
Fuck off, suck butts. That's what our subscribers are called.
See
All
ya,
14
big dumb
of you
suck
are
butts.
suck butts.
Welcome to the suck butts.
Fuck
Like some
off.
streamers.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.